Hey guys, what's going on? James here, and in this video today, we are going to be taking a look at day number 11 of the 25 days of Bucsmas. 25 days talking about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Again, we've had a lot of great names throughout the first 10 days. I think day number 11 will be no different. So I did take the drawer out of its slot. I've got the piece of paper right here. And for day number 11 of the 25 days of Bucsmas, we are going to be talking about Tampa Bay Buccaneers middle linebacker Lavonte Davis. So guys, without further ado, let's talk about it. You know, all things considered, Lavonte Davis has to be one of the top guys that you are most happy for in terms of Bucs players winning a Super Bowl last year during the 2020 season. Lavonte Davis has got to be on the top of that list because he's been here for so long. Lavonte Davis has been a part of so many bad teams and bad situations. Guys, Lavonte Davis has been with the Bucs all the way back since 2012. Do you know who the Buccaneers coach was back in 2012? Greg Schiano. Lavonte Davis survived that. And then he survived the Lovie Smith era, the Dirk Cutter era, and now he's in the, Bruce Arians era, Tom Brady era. And he finally gets the success that all Bucs fans know he deserves. Because at the end of the day, Lavonte Davis has been nothing short of the best defensive player the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have had since the 2012 season, essentially. Sure, there have been guys who have had great singular seasons, like Shaq Barrett in his 19.5 sack or 19 sack season. That was amazing. Vita Vea's had a good couple of years. Jared McCoy had a good couple of years. You can throw a lot of names around, but the most consistent guy on a year-to-year basis, he's going to be one of the top, if not the top player on your defense, has always been Lavonte Davis since 2012. The man has been an absolute Iron Man. He has missed only, he's missed only 5 games in his career as a Buc since 2012. Again, the guy has been insane as a player. It's not a stretch to say, he's probably on a Hall of Fame pace. I know a lot of people point to national, awards like Pro Bowls, All Pros, as to, a reason why Lavonte Davis would maybe not get into a Hall of Fame. But now that he's gotten a Super Bowl championship, I think that very much helps his case. And I think it's a case that is deservedly of consideration into the Hall of Fame. Because Lavonte Davis has been that good for the Bucs for such a long time. My gosh, right? And there's reasons why the Buccaneers fan base always, yells year after year after year of just, wow, the national media really does underrate Lavonte Davis. And it's been like that for so long, and now the Buccaneers are finally starting to win games. They're finally starting to get national recognition. Lavonte Davis is one of those guys who's finally getting his due. Even former Bucs players, like Gerald McCoy and other players in the past have come out and said, man, this feels great for Lavonte Davis to finally get this stuff because he has been so underrated for so long. And you guys know how great Lavonte Davis is, right? He is the do-it-all linebacker. He has been the top dog, or one of the top dogs in the NFL for so many years. A sure tackler, a great coverage guy, a great run stopper. In some situations, a great pass rusher as well. Don't sleep on Lavonte Davis' pass rush skills. When he has been used in those opportunities, even then, he's done good. Because that's just Lavonte Davis. He's one of those guys where you give him any situation, you give him any assignment, chances are he will do it, and he will do it well. And it's phenomenal the Bucs have a guy like that on their roster, and have had a guy like that on their roster for many, many years, because there have probably been plenty of times Lavonte Davis could have left. And very understandably so, probably should have left to go to a better team, to get great money. And the Buccaneers have always paid Lavonte Davis, I feel, what he's been owed for the most part. They've had some good deals here or there, but Lavonte Davis always stayed. He has always, said, I'm going in with the ship, man. And it finally paid off for him, and I think that is so wonderful. His leadership also can't be understated. You know, what he provides for just Devin White alone as a mentor is amazing, and it raises the potential and the ceiling of what Devin White can be as a player to even greater heights than what it already was, which I think is amazing because Lavonte David can teach Devin White everything else he needs to know about being a linebacker in the NFL with regards to pass coverage and all the other things that I talked about that Lavonte David is good at. So with that alone, Lavonte David's leadership is a phenomenal thing. But growing even greater, Lavonte David's been that, you know, kind of guy where he leads by example, right? He will get vocal when he needs to get vocal. David does, but overall, it's kind of see and do as me type situation with Lavonte David, right? He is going to go out there. He is going to play to the absolute best of his abilities, and it just forces guys around him to play better. In the secondary, other guys in the linebacker core, along the defensive line, everybody wants to play better because of the example that Lavonte David is setting. Which is being one of the best defensive players in the NFL. So it's a great example to follow. You know, and yeah, it's just, that's how it is, man. That's what Lavonte David is to this team. An all-around phenomenal player, one of the best defensive players in the entire league. Of course, I'm biased. I would say he is the best defensive player in the league, you know, on his best days. But also a phenomenal leader as well, that gets vocal when he needs to. He leads by example, and he's one of the best guys you can root for on this team. Or you know, he's one of the guys where you've got to feel the happiest for. Given the Buccaneers' recent success, the Super Bowl win, pairing up with Lavonte David's resume, you hope this is something that can put him into the Hall of Fame one day because he deserves that honor, I think. He deserves to get into the Hall of Fame one day because of the work that he does year in and year out, not just as a player, but as a leader as well. He's been nothing short of amazing for this team. I hope he finishes his career at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. At this point, you know, he's age 31. I think it's a very strong possibility that that will happen. And I'm happy the Buccaneers were finally able to get the success that a guy like Lavonte David deserved on this team. So yeah, guys, that's it. Those are my thoughts on Lavonte David. What are your thoughts? Let me know your opinions about the Buccaneers' great linebacker down in the comments section below. Do you think Lavonte David is one of the best Buccaneers defensive players of all time? I would say yes. Do you think he's one of the best defensive players in the NFL today? Again, I would say yes. Again, leave me your guys' thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. I would love to hear them. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next video or the next live stream. But until then, and as always, guys, goodbye for now, and go Bucs.